Indie corner. Indie corner. Indie corner. Jason LaPont. Sean Long. Jason LaPont. Indie corner. Wait. Come back.
No. Oh shit, there's some feedback.
I need Kleenex.
You don't.
You won't know what Sean said.
I know. You will, you're the host.
Oh man, this is gonna be.
Are we live?
I think we're live.
Yeah.
How long is this intro? Holy shiz.
I don't know.
You have to click between Sean and me.
I gotta click. Oh my god.
When the right person's talking. Back to you. When you're ready to go live, you hit that button.
Hmm? I can't hear you.
When you're ready to go live, hit CvC.
Where's...
Viewership is dropping.
Go live with this.
Oh. Welcome to Indie Corner. My name is Jason LaPine. I drink wine sometimes.
Okay, it's not Indie Corner. You have to introduce Sean now. Introduce Sean. Introduce Sean.
I'm introducing Sean. This is Sean Lon.
Greetings.
Greetings, every universe. Waifu.
Okay, back to you now. Welcome the crowd.
Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome to Class versus Crass. Minus class. Replaced with ass. This is Crass. You all know Crass. How are you, Sean?
Don't say that. Don't say that word. That's a bad word.
Oh, right, because we can't monetize.
And what are you going to be talking about tonight?
Huh?
Well, yeah. What are our topics for tonight?
Ice cream or hot dogs?
No.
Go on.
If you could only eat one for the rest of your life, which would it be?
Okay.
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Really?
Okay, you're done.
Never eat hot dogs?
You're done.
I mean,
You're
I
done.
do, but there's a wider variety of ice cream
done.
than there's hot dogs.
What is your greatest pet peeve in
Oh
life?
my god, please go away.
That's a tough question. Slow drivers. Like, if you're driving like 40 and like a 55, like I could literally murder you, and I would feel no remorse.
Okay, you're done.
I'm done?
You're done.
No, but
See you.
I was
Bye.
the best Jason!
No, you're not.
Multiverse.
Let me show you how it's done. Out. Do it like this. Hey everybody, and welcome to your Sunday night Nintendo Enthusiast Class vs. Crass number 92. I'm your host, Jason Lapine. Joining me, the crassy one as always, Sean Long.
Hello, hello.
Sorry about that, everybody. We had a little bit of an interruption. So, if this is your first time joining us, this is the usual duo. That is Lee. She drops in every now and then. And this is the hour that we talk about Nintendo, all your Nintendo news, Nintendo topics, things we've been playing in the Nintendo world. So we break this podcast down into 3 segments. What have you been playing? That's where Sean and I talk about what we've been playing. Swift here is going to be playing some Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker. Then we go over the major Nintendo news headlines, and then we go into the lightning round. That's where we take your user topics and question. But get out of here, Unforgiven. So, without any further ado, Sean, what have you been playing?
A lot.
You've been
so
playing
I'm
some
playing,
good games. Nice.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories, Metroid Samus Returns, and then I actually started playing this today, which is a new Super Nintendo game.
What? Show that a little bit longer. I need to look at it.
There's a video going up tomorrow.
What's
I bought
called?
it for $20.
And it's a new Super Nintendo game? Or it's a new one for you?
No, it's a brand new game. It's a fighting game. and it's not great. It's not great, which is weird because there's like ex SNK members that made the game. It was a Kickstarter that did not meet its goal, but they released it anyways, and I'm not so sure that they like did anything beyond the Kickstarter phase because it's a very light game, which is unfortunate. But I mean, I guess it is what it is.
So it sounds like there's a bit of a resurgence in the Super Nintendo development field.
Well, they're gonna start. Clone consoles are gonna start coming out more so. The HD clone consoles for it. Strangely enough, this did not work on any clone consoles. I actually had to set up my Super Nintendo and capture it through composite, so it looks kind of like doo-doo butter. But
really, that's weird. I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need to science
don't,
that.
I don't know. It's weird.
You've been playing some other interesting games as well.
Yes. So we'll talk about Monster Hunter first. Really surprising game. I didn't expect to like it as much as I ended up liking it. It's definitely not a traditional Monster Hunter game in any way, shape, or form. But what they do that's interesting is they take the elements for the Monster Hunter universe and implement them in this game. It's just in a different way. So when you battle in Monster Hunter, you have like whetstones, and that's how you sharpen your blade in the middle of a battle. Well, there's whetstones in this game, but they do something completely different. They increase your critical attack. The combat system is completely different. It's not a real-time combat system. It's more story-driven. There's more of a narrative. There's more cutscenes. Really well-done cutscenes, actually. The graphics, I think, are some of the best on the system. Like, they look phenomenal. Like, there's some draw distance, unfortunately, just because of how old the 3DS is. But I think they really pushed the system pretty hard. And yeah, I mean, it's. I don't have many complaints about the game. It's really well done. And
isn't this the game that was ported to 3DS as well?
This is for the 3DS.
Oh, you're talking about the 3DS version.
There's no other version.
Wasn't there a Switch version?
You're thinking of Monster Hunter Double Cross.
And you're talking about
Monster Hunter Stories.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's essentially, there's a lot of Pokemon influence in there too. You're collecting monsters and you battle the monsters. But another thing I like about it is when you're on the, in the main overworld map, the monsters have different abilities. So like, depending what monster you're riding or you have selected, you can jump in the environment, so you can access other areas. You can scan the area for enemies or items or stuff like that, depending on different monsters. So it's really well done. Not a perfect game or anything, but it'll probably get a decent mark from me. I believe that review goes up on the 8th. And then Samus Returns. It's good. It's really good. There's a couple things I don't like about it.
Did you play the original?
Yeah, I played the Game Boy one. Actually, I have a funny story I'll tell you off the air about that when it comes to that game. Yeah, so I think my biggest gripe is so far they haven't fleshed out the story more. I felt like this would have been a good opportunity to sort of flesh out the story. And there's sort of a lack of, I wouldn't say presentation, but like cutscenes and stuff. Like there's not really any cutscenes or anything.
I'm fine with that.
Feels, I mean, I am too, but I feel like it would have benefited a little bit. Like the intro is just text and still images. So it's kind of like, you could have done a little more there. But as far as the gameplay is concerned, the gameplay is really good. And it's very, very challenging. Like, I have died so much. Like, all I did today was play that game until I started playing this to capture some footage, and I only played for like 10 minutes, literally the 10 minutes of footage I captured. But it's very challenging. I've died a lot in that game, but I really like it. The gameplay feels really good. It feels tight and refined. The graphics, I would say they're pretty good. I think they could have been a little bit better. But there's a good variety of different backgrounds and stuff. A lot of people keep referring to AM2R, and they're like, yeah, that could have been that. And I'm just like, okay, but that didn't come out. That's not the game I'm playing. So, who cares? But yeah, like it's another really good game. Metroid fans will love it. I've been really enjoying it, and yeah, it's a good game.
Great. So those have been the main games you've been playing?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, because one review's due the 8th and one's due the 12th, and I won't be here either day, so I have a lot of work to do.
All right. As for me, I've been playing more of what I've been playing last week. Can you guys hear that? Anyways, I've been playing more of this game. Of course, it's not a Nintendo game, but it's a genre-defining game, which is worth mentioning. So, fantastic pack. I got this for $30 Canadian, which is amazing for 3 games. And I just finished the first Assassin's Creed 2 2 nights ago, which was a really great game. Has me really interested in Italian history now, and I've moved on to Brotherhood, so I'm having a lot of fun with that game. Also been playing more Sonic Mania, so I haven't beaten it yet. I'm getting into the later stages, and I'm finding it's getting... I don't recall the later stages of Sonic games being this frustrating. Like, when I think back of Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, I don't remember the ending levels being so frustrating. But
Replay them.
Yeah, were they frustrating?
Yeah, they were pretty challenging.
Okay, because in Sonic Mania now, like, I can't go fast anymore. Like, I remember playing through Green Hill, and you're like going through loops, and you're going like super fast, and everything's crazy. And the later levels, like, I maybe it's my skill level, I just can't get up to that speed because I'm always getting hit by like these random enemies and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot more challenging, which is what you expect from a game, but having a little bit less fun with it. So I'm at I think I'm at the metal level. You beat the game, right?
Yes.
And I'm actually surprised at some of the choices they made for levels that they brought back. Like the Chemical Plant Zone was a great level to bring back. The Flying Battery Zone, again, another great choice. Lava Reef, fantastic level, great soundtrack. But the ones that I question is like Hydro City, which I never liked. They brought that back. And the oil zone, the oil platform zone, which is... I like what they did by bringing it back, but I'm surprised that they did bring that one back because I didn't like it. So,
fair.
Yeah. I do like I passed the Metal Sonic segment. That was really fun. I liked what they did with that battle. So it's been fun, but it's been challenging. And oh my god, the Chaos Emeralds. I'm on the 3rd one, and I've probably tried and failed 4 to 5 times to get the Chaos Emeralds on the 3rd one. Because that's actually where I learned that the rings act as a timer. Yeah. Like, I never realized before that the rings get eaten up for time until like I saw the times up on this level. I was like, what's going on? And this is the first one where I fell into holes, and just everything is going wrong with this 3rd Chaos Emerald. So it's really, really frustrating. So I've been playing more Assassin's Creed than Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
Whoa, Unforgiven saying Hydro City is the best water level since Texas, which is terrible. But I disagree. Water levels just don't belong in a Sonic game. Bless you. In a Sonic game. I just hate water levels. The Rayman Origins and Legends game are the only ones where I actually can say water levels are fun.
I don't know. I don't hate water levels.
Really? You don't?
Yeah, I mean, they get on my nerves sometimes, but yeah.
It's just so... Like, everything about water levels, it limits your gameplay. It's more stressful. and everything is just more tedious. That's usually what happens in every game. And I felt that in Rayman, they were the first games to really not take away anything from the player, but just change it up. Like the controls change, but it's not necessarily slower. Like you're still moving through the water very fluidly. And it still feels fun, just with a new control scheme. Whereas all of the other stuff, everything's slowed down and garbage.
You're a very negative person. Yeah, ice levels are way worse. I hate ice levels.
I'm not sure.
You slide. It's
Yeah,
annoying.
Yeah, but like you can make the slides work in your favor. I don't know.
I mean, you could. But
They're at the bottom of the barrel. Ice and water. Which one's better? I don't know, but yeah, ice is annoying. But I would rather have an ice level over a water level.
yeah, I wouldn't. I would rather have water.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, just think about Super Mario 64. The ice level's annoying as shit because you're sliding all over the place. Water levels aren't bad in that game.
That is a really, really good point, because you're right. The water level in that game is actually more fun than the ice level. I don't know though if it's just the nostalgia of having that fantastic soundtrack.
It's really not.
Level. Did you unplug it? Yeah, I unplugged that. Yeah, that was a great soundtrack to the forget what it's called, but the Mario 64 water level. All right, so that's what we've been playing. Let's get into some headlines. There was a ton of Nintendo stuff, and before you shared your story, before we went live, I was actually trying to come up with a list. I have a few things, but there was just a ton of things announced last week. We had a Nintendo Direct featuring a ton of indie games, which usually we do our love it, like it, hate it, or meh. Did your Wii U die? I just pushed the power button, so it'll come back. But I don't have the list of indies handy. Did you watch the whole Direct?
I didn't watch like the whole thing. I kind of skipped through it because I watched it at work.
Okay.
Obviously, No More Heroes is the big game.
Yeah. So you're more of a fan of the series than I am. You actually played the games, right?
Oh yeah.
So love it, like it, hate it, or meh.
A new No More Heroes?
Yeah, No More Heroes 3. Yeah.
Well, it's not really No More Heroes 3. It's sort of like an offshoot that's going to take place within 6 different indie worlds. One of them being Shovel Knight.
What? Man, I must have missed that.
Yeah. So Suda51 announced it at PAX West. Because it's basically in the No More Heroes universe. It's in the No More Heroes style of gameplay, graphics, all that shit. But the 6 different levels, or the 6 different worlds, are all based on different indie games. And the first one confirmed, like he lifted up his shirt and he had.
So this was after.
Yeah.
This was after the trailer at the Nintendo. Direct.
Oh yeah. This was at PAX.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
he had a Shovel Knight shirt on, so that's the first one.
Oh, okay. And have the others haven't been revealed yet?
Right.
Oh, okay. I missed that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so a lot of people kind of jumped the gun when they heard that it was going to be like that. And they're like, it's not a real game. And it's like, you're stupid.
So to someone who's not familiar with the series, what's this game like? Why should we be excited about this game? What's
highly stylized, highly violent, highly crazy. If you've ever played a Suda51 game, you need to play a Suda51 game.
Okay.
They're very out there. He's a very out there individual. They're not conventional video games.
And it's it's an action adventure type of game?
Yes.
No, tonight we don't have Sash. She's sitting back there playing some Captain Toad. But her presence can be felt. I'm sure she's welcome to yell out anything she wants. Potato. There you go.
Oh no, I threw the key off the roof! Fuck! Sorry.
Well, just keep it clean, please. All right, so I don't have the full list of indies available from the indie, but what I do have is the list of videos that Nintendo released around the same time, so trailers. So just the ones let's talk about the ones that really stood out for us personally. Like for me, because honestly, and this is coming from someone who was very much into the indie scene for many years, especially during the Wii U. It's a lot harder, honestly, I find, to get into the indie scene with the Switch because there's so much first party, third party support compared to the Wii U here. That it's like I'm playing first party, third party games, and the indie scene is it's just the time thing. I don't have the time to get into them. So
Yeah.
I'm a lot less excited about the indie scene on the Switch. Personally, like I'm really happy that the indie scene does seem to be flourishing a lot more on the Switch. There's some great quality games that are coming out there, but I just don't have the time to play them, unfortunately. But like one that caught my attention first time I hear about it is Morphe's Law, which is like that looks awesome, where you're like this skeleton meat being and you're shooting each other. So if I shoot you in the face, I'm stealing your face mass and adding it to my own. That's crazy. I love that.
Yes. That game looks really good. I thought Mulaka, I think it was called.
Mulaka. Oh yeah, Mulaka. Didn't do so much for me. That was like a stylized story looking game, right?
Yeah, it looks like Breath of the Wild on like a budget, but it looks really good.
Yeah. I wasn't sold on that. I know you were pretty excited for that one. You also seemed interested in Kentucky Route Zero.
Yeah, it seems I'm intrigued by it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm intrigued by it.
Okay. And then SteamWorld Dig 2 is obviously something I'm super excited for. And I saw a few other comments on their trailer of people having the same experience as me, where when they played the first one, they couldn't put the controller down and they actually played the whole game in one sitting, which is what I did. So really looking forward to SteamWorld Dig 2. SteamWorld Heist, didn't have that same connection to me as SteamWorld Dig did. And I heard the SteamWorld Dig 2 is going to have a lot more of a Metroidvania style mechanics to it. So that's the one I'm most excited for out of this whole, out of everything that was shown off.
What was the Inti Creates game? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, they're coming out with a new IP, right?
I don't know, but it's probably going to be good. Dragon March for Death.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, Inti Creates got a pretty good reputation, so...
Let's see what that one was. Oh yeah, that's that 2D. Yeah, that looks dope as shit.
I'm trying to find a trailer to put it up for our viewers who can see, because I don't recall what this one's about.
Side-scrolling action RPG that looks like a 16-bit game.
Okay, that sounds really awesome. It's called Dragon Marked for Death?
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. We're not going to watch the whole trailer, Dragon Marked for Death. You guys can also always do that on your own time.
Wow, it has online multiplayer as well, where you can play, you can team up with other people.
Let's, whoops, I just destroyed my screen here. Oh yeah, this one did look really cool. All right, I've got the trailer going here without any sound for those who are interested in seeing it. It's got that, 16-bit style, which I love. That's my favorite graphic style. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh, that was a short trailer. Barely showed you anything.
Well, that's the tease, man. That's the tease.
Yeah, really excited though to see NT Create come up with a new game. I don't know if they're gonna stick to their Mega Man stylized flavors, because a lot of the stuff they do is all Mega Man inspired, I find.
You're a Mega Man flavored.
Thanks. So other than that, I also Super Meat Boy Forever is another game I'm super excited for. I've only dabbled. I totally am a meat boy. I am a bag of meat. As a human being, we all are. So Meat Boy is a game I dabbled in, so I love the mechanics, but I never really fully played it. So Super Meat Boy Forever is something I will probably be picking up.
And it's very difficult.
It is, which I like. Any other games that caught your eye?
No, that's pretty much it.
The last one was we got the first trailer for King Knight, the King Knight campaign for Shovel Knight. I haven't played Plague Knight yet, but any more Shovel Knight stuff is always good stuff, right?
Yes.
So that's pretty much what I'm interested in the most. So we've got SteamWorld, Shovel Knight. I guess I'm going to add this Dragon Marked for Death now, and that face stealing game. And of course, Morphe's Law and Travis Strikes Again. So I've got 4 from this direct that are on my checkout list. Did Floor Kids do anything for you? Have you ever been to breakdancing?
No.
No. Okay. And I think Meat Boy. So 5, roughly 5. All right, let's talk about something where you have a lot more. Actually, let's talk about Shovel Knight. Because Shovel Knight just revealed that they are going to be coming up with 3 new amiibos for their game. So they haven't announced what it's going to do, but I've got it up here on the stream. So you've got Spectre Knight, you've got King Knight, and then you've got Plague Knight. It's coming in a 3-pack. It's really interesting to see this because, well, that's just cool that Shovel Knight is being supported with 3 additional amiibo on top of the one that we have. But when you look at the detail on these, it's a little disappointing, I have to say. And I know that Yacht Club Game uses a different company, at least for Shovel Knight. They used a different company that makes the amiibo compared to Nintendo. And it just, it looks like, especially King Knight, I don't know. They look a little cheap. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
They're amiibo.
So you just don't care?
I don't really care.
Okay.
I mean, like I'm getting the Metroid amiibo whenever those come out, but
Whoa.
Yeah, whatever.
I just lost everything here.
I mean, it is a 3-pack, so
yeah. So I mean, it also depends. I don't know if they're actually going to add any new game mechanics to it, or if it's just going to be just for collectors. But that's really cool to see that kind of support on the indie scene.
I like it.
I like it too. All right, let's talk about NBA 2k18. So the sports games have been making quite a few headlines over the last week. A lot of news. So last week we talked about, was it NBA 2k18 that had the resolution option that you could either play 720, 30, 60 frames?
That was Fire Emblem.
That was Fire. I'm completely all over the map. So please, sir of the sports and the NBA, enlighten us with your knowledge.
All right, so obviously I'm a graphics whore when it comes to NBA games, and I'm also a gameplay whore when it comes to NBA games. They must be top notch. With that being said, I have played, when during the PS3 era, Xbox 360 era, when the PSP was viable, I would buy every freaking basketball game on the PSP. They had the NBA series, which was made by Sony, NBA Live, and NBA 2K, just because I liked playing basketball games on the go. So I was admittedly very nervous that this was just going to be a shit port of NBA 2K18. I honestly did not expect, I wanted to get the Switch version, but I figured it wouldn't be worth it to me. But yeah, they freaking nailed it. It has every mode that the PlayStation 4 version has. Nothing has been left out. And it has the same animations, the same enemy AI, not enemy AI, player AI as the PlayStation 4 version. The only difference is 60 frames on the PS4, 30 frames on the Switch. But I mean, I can live with that for portability, for sure. People are saying in the room the game does require an extra SD card because it's a large game. Really, at this point of the game, SD cards are so cheap. You might as well just get one anyways. I probably need to get one because I'm having to remove things from my Switch. But yeah, the thing that I think is the most important thing about NBA 2K18 not sucking ass. Did I see the docked footage? No, I've been sleeping all day, Goat. I need to look at it now. Because I haven't seen any dock footage. It's all been off screen.
And I'm seeing Santiago saying WWF 2K is also going to get the same treatment.
Yeah, so that's super important.
Who's the developer behind these games?
2K. Oh wow, that docked footage. Let's see. Oh, this looks great, dude. This looks really good. The animations look crisp. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, you should have passed it there, dumbass. You had a guy cutting. So yeah, yeah, that's the most important thing is, that bodes well for WWE 2K18 as well, which they've also said will have all of the features of the game. So yeah, I'll put the docked footage. It's docked off screen, but I mean it looks damn good. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't.
Right. So that's very promising, and I have to commend this developer that, and they could have easily have said the Switch's cart is too small. We're not going to do this. And if you remember when back in the NX days, this was something that a lot of naysayers were saying, that Nintendo going the route of carts meant that third parties wouldn't be coming to the Switch because cart capacity just wasn't big enough compared to whatever the discs on Xbox and PlayStation are. So the fact that this developer chose to hey, we're going to give you the game so that you can play it on your Switch. On your side, though, you just have to come up with a micro SD card to make this game fit. I mean, I think it's worth mention. I think that's great that, because they could have easily have copped out and said oh, the install base is too small, it's too much effort, we're not going to do this. But no, they actually made the effort. They doubled down and they're like, here's the game. You just need, the carts are too small. You're going to need a micro SD card, which I think is completely fair, because now it's up to the consumer to decide, is this game important enough for me to invest in, is the system and this game important enough for me to invest in an SD card, which I'm sure most Switch owners will say, yeah, of course it is.
Okay, there's another. Okay.
And yeah, as Greenbolt was mentions there in chat, we've got a 400 gigabyte micro SD card, which was just announced in the last week, which is, I don't know how much it's going to cost. Probably quite a bit.
I think it's only like $150.
Really? That's not unreasonable.
I mean, it's like the same price as a hard drive.
It's a little bit more. You can get a 1 terabyte hard drive for about $80. So, this is smaller. It's compact. It's SD. So it's not surprising that it's more expensive, but still, it's $250. It's $250, Sean.
Oh, is it? Okay,
So it's on the pricey end, but with a 400 gig card, you have to assume that most of the Switch games are probably not going to be over 32 gigs. This will probably hold you over for a good year, maybe two. Personally, I would hold off from buying that just because the price is probably going to go down drastically in the next year or so.
Yeah, and Jarion, I probably said his name wrong. They use the 16 gig instead of a 32 gig card. So even if you have the physical version, in order to access other stuff, you have to have an SD card to add everything to the game because they were cheap.
Right.
But
I'm really hoping that we're in a stage right now where SD cards are going to... Do you remember USB drives and how...
Yes.
When I got my first smartphone, I think it was before smartphone, they gave me an MP3 player, which was essentially just a USB drive. And it was 128 megs, and I remember that being a big deal because at that time it was worth hundreds of dollars for a 128 meg USB drive. And USB drives just drastically dropped in price very rapidly. And now you can get you can probably get a terabyte for under $50. Don't quote me on that, but it's very cheap. So I'm really hoping that over the next 4 years or so, we're going to see the same thing happen to SD cards.
I mean, I'm looking at a SanDisk 200 gigabyte SD card on Amazon right now for $77.
That's really good.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a.
It's going to get there, and as if the Switch keeps selling at the rate it's going, the market is going to favor it because you have to figure that that's just the nature of technology. Like prices are just going to come down. So yeah, it's always the early adopters that pay the most. So if you can hold off buying an SD card for another year, you're just going to keep paying less and less.
I mean, even 128 is only $44. I mean, that's less than the price of the game.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, yes. So speaking about third-party sports games on the Switch, so 2K Games, is that the developer we've been talking about?
EA. Oh, we were just talking about 2K, correct?
2K, yeah. So, prime example of third-party support, not really hearing any negativity from them in headlines. On the other side, you got EA, which is... they're doing a pretty good job with FIFA 18 because as far as I can tell, FIFA 18 is supposed to be just as good as the other platforms. Is that correct?
It's missing features.
Missing a few features, but it's not like it's not like a PS3 Wii scenario all over again. Like you're still getting a good quality soccer game or football.
For the most part.
Yeah. So one of the headlines I'm seeing is FIFA 18 devs are saying that Switch hardware is hard to develop for, which is interesting because not many people are saying that.
I don't think anyone is saying that. That's literally the first
there was
time
an indie developer. There was an indie developer who said it before. The developer of Oddworld, New and Tasty, I think.
Okay, he said a lot of interesting things.
But he was complaining about the Wii U as well, if you recall. He had troubles getting the Wii. They had troubles getting the Wii, the game working on Wii U. So. But it sounded like they were also having troubles porting to the Switch.
I mean, it's just, one person versus a million people. Like,
right. So let me see what the story here is. I had a bunch of news stories open. I just want to see what our writers were covered about. Did you hear the story? Did you read up on it at all?
The FIFA one?
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
No. Okay. Just want to see if there was more insight into what was so difficult to develop for. Not only is it difficult, he says very difficult, quote unquote. Let's see. The quote is, apparently it was from Eurogamer. So casual represents different things to different people. I look at them as two different games, two different worlds that I think we should take for what they are. And keep in mind that we should not try to force people onto certain things. Okay. That quote was completely irrelevant to the topic. Anyways, they think it's hard. So, all right, EA, let's see what you do. Next headline. So we talked a bit about Sonic Mania tonight. So let's talk about the other unfortunate mess, which is probably heading. And I know we have some Sonic fans, and I apologize in advance, but I don't have a lot of faith in Sonic Forces coming out. And I'm very surprised that Sonic Mania did not get a physical release, whereas Sonic Forces is getting a physical release. Not just that, they're also getting skins and figurines as part of a physical bonus, which I'm going to put up here on the screen for you guys to see in case you haven't seen it. Like,
piece of shit, they put in knights.
Yeah, I thought of you when I saw that. So you're going to be picking that up?
Isn't it only $40?
Is the price on here? I don't know what the price is.
Oh,
this is a pre-order. Oh, wait, this isn't a figurine. What am I talking about? These are skins. You get 5 skins. 5 skins in game.
But you get a controller thing too.
You get a controller skin.
Yeah. In-game add-ons.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. It's only $40 though.
The whole game?
Yeah, which gives me no faith in the game whatsoever.
And Sonic Mania was 20 in the US?
20. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Like, I'm sure the game will do great with the Sonic fan base. It really seems to be a game that caters to that. And I don't include myself in the Sonic fan base anymore because I haven't liked a Sonic game in years before Sonic Mania.
November 7th.
That's the day, yeah. Sonic Forces looks cool. I like the environment. I like the themes they're going for, but it's going in that 3D route, which I've never really been able to enjoy like Sonic Generations. I kind of enjoyed the 3D levels, but like playing Sonic Mania again, just the 2D levels just are way more fun for me.
I don't know if I should pre-order it.
Just do it. You're a rich man.
I'm not rich. I'm rich in heart.
So Lee's saying, but Sonic Forces is made by Sonic Generation. Oh, yeah, Sonic Generations was good.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really seen a whole lot that's like, hey, we need to buy this game.
Right. Like I kind of like, they had the rope, all these gadgets. You have gadgets basically that you can, like I saw the guy with the, what do you call it? Rope swinging and stuff like that. So there's parts of the game that look cool. The theme looks cool. A lot of stuff looks cool, but does it play well? I'm not sure. If it's made by the same team as Sonic Generations and it does. Oh wow, Smarto was just saying it comes out 10 days after Mario. I will probably be busy with Mario Odyssey then. Sorry, it's just that's where I'm gonna be.
Yeah, like I'm not pre-ordering that now. That's probably why it's $40.
Why? Oh, because of the Mario?
Yeah.
Do you care about the other skins, or is it just the Knight skin?
Just the night skin.
They'll probably have it available for like $5 or something.
Maybe.
If you want to pick it up later. Okay, next headline. We've got... What else we got? We got the... This one's a good one for you. Street Fighter 2 re-release on the Super Nintendo. What is up with that? What'd you say? Starfighter.
It's yeah.
You're not excited.
I'm not excited because I spent $100 on a fucking game that I already own that I bought for $5. So no, I'm not excited.
Wait. You spent $100 on a game you already own.
Yeah, it's just It's literally Street Fighter 2. That's all it is.
Wait, you bought it? You bought this new one?
Of course I did. What is wrong with you? I bought it. I made it. I saw someone tweet it. I bought it and then I made a video on it.
And it's $100?
After shipping, it's like $124 because it comes from the UK.
And it's only a Super Nintendo cart. There's nothing different about it.
There's different artwork. Some different artwork.
Where? On the cartridge?
There's two cartridge variants. There's a red cartridge and a green cartridge.
Okay.
You don't know which one you're getting. There's only 5,500 released.
Of each
There's
color?
retro goodies inside of the box, supposedly.
What are these retro goodies?
They didn't say.
It sounds like a cop-out. I'm trying to find an image of it. See, wow, that's a lot of money. They're just milking your wallet, eh?
It's not gonna. The fire hazard is retarded. Do not listen to the fire hazard.
What?
First, they put. I am 8-bit put some fire hazard that like it could burn your house down. And it's like
what?
Well, first and foremost, that's literally impossible. Second off, I know the people that are actually manufacturing the game. It's the people who make the Haunted Halloween cards. So like those are some of the best made NES cartridges there is. And like I talked to him and he was just like, yeah, I am 8-bit. It's really just Capcom because it's a new release cartridge and God forbid anything happens to it, they just want to cover their ass pretty much.
Wait, this isn't even the good version, is it? Like Super Street Fighter 2 was way better.
No, yeah, it's 8 characters.
Oh my god. Isn't this the one you bought at Too Many Games?
To give away?
Yeah.
No, I bought a better one, I think.
Oh my god, that was better. Oh, this is garbage. So it's the 30th anniversary Street Fighter. It's a red card. I got the image up on the screen here. Art not final, it says though. Legacy cartridge collection, 5,500. That's not a lot. That's really not
I know. That's why I had to have it.
And there's a green one, you said.
Yeah, there's a green one. And it's completely random which one you get. There's 45... I think it's 4,500 red, 1,000 green.
Ooh. I don't know. I can't get an image of the green one. Is it like a light green? Is it that color?
It's sort of like a translucent green.
Okay, I got it here. Let me put it up on the screen for our viewers. That looks nice. The green looks way nicer than the red, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Yeah. Why does it show like 2 green cartridges though?
Because it's not finalized, I guess.
So yeah, I got the red and the green. That is amazing. I wonder if they're testing the waters of the Super Nintendo market there.
I don't know. I'm really upset with myself that I bought it, but in the same breath, I'm like...
Did you ever play that Spider-Man 32X game you bought? Did you play it?
Yeah, I streamed it one night.
How
For
was
about
it?
20 minutes. It's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit.
And you paid how much for it?
300.
Oh, I thought it was
People
500.
people keep saying, "Oh, you're rich, you're rich." No, I'm smart. I don't have kids. My rent is cheap. I still work a day job, and I do like YouTube and Nintendo Enthusiast. So I don't have any real financial responsibilities
Are you
outside of basic bills.
Are you
And I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. So yeah, I have some extra money.
Are you comfortable saying how much you spend on games every month, roughly?
It varies greatly.
Hundreds,
This month
thousands?
I wouldn't say thousands. It could be hundreds. I mean, like, I'll probably drop 200-300 this weekend in Jersey.
But that's a convention. That's a bit different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just depends. Like I'm not broke or anything,
Right.
Speaking of which, let's check the old bank account as I say that.
You're not living the startup.
Oh yeah, we're fucking golden here.
You're not living the startup life, that's for sure.
No.
As I cry into my wine.
Let me check the PayPal account, see what we got going on in there. I have bought a couple things. That's why I like buying things from Best Buy, because you can pay with PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a good amount of money right now to where I'm not hurting.
So I'm not sure if this is a joke or not.
What?
Because I'm seeing a headline about GameStop bundling switches, but I also saw what I assumed was a joke on Twitter.
That it's convenient?
No, are they actually making all of these ridiculous bundles, or was that a joke?
Oh, I mean, they have ridiculous bundles. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but
Like I saw a tweet that had like 9 Switch bundles. And I was like, get the Switch with not even a game. It was like, get the Switch, get like a headset, get the Switch, and then you get like the steering wheels for Mario Kart. Like all of these random accessories.
I mean, that's pretty much how they are, though. I mean, if you look at the random stuff you get, it's like just random. It's literally just random stuff. Like it's shit that they couldn't get rid of.
So they're bundling it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any last headlines before we get into the lightning round?
I don't know. I'm good.
Okay, that's a no. All right, let's take your user questions or topics. This is where Sean and myself pretty much toss up anything that you guys thought about last week's news, anything you've been playing. Toss it up in the comment section on YouTube. We're going to toss it up here for a discussion between us. If you have any thoughts, any questions, any comments, let us know.
IGN is such crap.
Why?
They put up a video. Rocket League on Switch is incredibly smooth from PAX. All the footage they show says PlayStation 4 footage. Show some damn off-screen footage. Who cares? Who cares?
What you playing back there?
Toad.
Did you die?
Yes.
Is it hard?
Yes.
Okay. Hey Jay, you doing Indie Corner or Nindy Corner?
Dun, dun, dun,
I mean, quick
dun.
answer is no, I guess. I haven't done one since June. Like, it's very different, my motivation for, I'm glad you asked it. I'm glad that you enjoyed Indie Corner. The motivation to do it for the Wii U was at a time where, like, the Wii U was such an underdog, and it needed it needed people to speak up for it and like actually show why you should play games and why the indie community matters and why the Wii U is a good console. And I just feel that with the Switch, there are so many, like the Switch is not an underdog. I feel that people are praising it left and right, and there's so many YouTubers making good content for it, that the time commitment it would take for me to make an indie corner, which is usually about a day or a whole evening, just isn't worth it, because everybody kind of knows that the Switch is good. If I have a little bit of time that comes up, I would love to do the show. Like I love the brand. I love what I used to do. I'm actually probably going to do a video of this on Hey Jay, talking about my personal life and work and how it's just been crazy lately, in terms of working full time in the industry. But so to answer your question, is there going to be an indie corner soon? I don't plan on it, but you never know. Another good question by Will. Have you played Mario and Rabbids? And it's amazing that we went a whole hour and not talked about this game, because this has been one of the Switch's big release last week. But I don't think either you or I have played it.
No, I'm not going to play it till Christmas.
Probably same here. For the simple fact that it's published by Ubisoft, and we don't have a connection to Ubisoft, so they didn't send us the game, and I won't be able to buy it probably until the holidays. But I would love to. I really am intrigued. I think Mario Rabbids looks great. I want to play it. I want to buy it. But right now, I'm just not in a position to do that. What level are you in Splatoon? Splatoon.
19 or something.
I think I'm 11 or 12. I haven't played in a while. Skylar says, I meant to watch this, but got distracted by Bulletstorm. Well, you can listen.
That's not a bad game.
You can listen and Bulletstorm at the same time. Terry B asks, is Double Dragon 4 coming to the Switch?
Yeah, supposedly in like a couple months.
There you go. RGT85, I wanted to let you know I bought both of the Capcom controllers from Retrobit. They both broke doing Phantom inputs after about 2 days each. I also posted this on that video as well.
Interesting. I've been using mine, the Ghosts and Goblins one.
Okay. And it's been going well?
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with it.
There you go. Tony says, what do you think of port beggars complaining over some Nindies exclusives, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, and Dragon Marked for Death? I think that's going to be common in any exclusive situation, whether it's an exclusive to the PS4, to the Switch, or to the Xbox. You're always going to have port beggars. It's the same thing as when Bayonetta 2 came out on the Wii U. Everybody wanted it over on the other platforms. Can't think of any exclusive. I can't think of any exclusive on the Xbox that anybody complained about, like very vocally. I think it's just part of the game. Exclusives hurt the industry more than it helps it. It hurts the player more than anyone. So they have the right to complain. Your thoughts?
I agree. I didn't hear the question.
What do you think of port beggars to exclusives?
Oh, I mean, it's funny. It's like, buy the damn system if you want to play the damn game.
Yeah. We got Jarian actually asking, should No More Heroes 1 and 2 be remade for the Switch? Personally, I think it's a missed marketing opportunity if they don't. Because someone like me that is seeing all of this hype around this third entrant to the series is curious. What's the one in the first and second installment?
Well, I mean, they did it. They did Heroes Paradise on the PS3, which was I think it was just was it a first? Was it just the first game, or was it both?
I don't know.
It's just the first game.
Okay.
So I mean, you could just essentially add both of them and port that.
I mean, ports don't hurt. It really doesn't hurt. The chance to introduce a new audience. Like, this is technically a port, right? Assassin's Creed 2. I have not played this series. This is a fantastic package, and I'm loving this game. And I'm talking to all of you about this game, and maybe one of you will go and pick it up. Like, ports doesn't hurt. It gives players a second chance to try it with a better package. We got
It's not like you have to buy it.
Exactly. Visor Grunt asks, here's a question. You believe in the rumor mill talking up PSP 3? Doesn't sound like a great idea for Sony, who already is winning this generation.
I think it's stupid. Like, show me it or don't talk to me about it. Like, people keep asking me my opinion on it, and I'm like, you're like asking my opinion on something that I don't know. I know nothing about. That it could exist, it could not exist. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. I don't have much of an opinion on it. I haven't heard the rumors. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sony trying to come up with a portable competitor to the Switch. And if anything, I welcome the competition. If Sony thinks they can do a better product than the Switch, bring it on. Let's see what you can do. Sony has made great contributions to the industry, and competition's good. Greenbolt asked, do you think Final Fantasy 15 or a spin-off is coming to the Switch? Right back there? Oh my god. You okay back there?
That's a tough question. I don't care. Like, if it does, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Like, I don't care.
I think the Switch is going to get the mobile spin-off. I don't think you're going to get the full graphics, but I think you're going to get the full game just with the chibi style characters, which is still a welcome addition, in my opinion.
I won't get it. I don't care.
I won't get it either because I got it on the PS4, so I don't need to play it again. Castlemania Games asks, full quiet thoughts. I don't know.
I am surprised that they hit their goal in like a day.
What's the story behind this?
It's a new NES/PC game from the Haunted Halloween guys.
Okay.
They hit like 10 or 11K in a day.
Nice.
They only asked for 5.
Nice.
I think it looks interesting. I want to see more of the game, but I like the premise, and it seems like they're doing a lot of interesting things. Like, there's a lot of parallax scrolling, layered parallax scrolling, which looks very un-NES-ish. And like the first person segments, obviously sort of like, the hell's the name of the Rescue the Embassy mission?
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'll be right back. I got to grab something.
All right. So you're only going to get my opinion for the next minute or two. We've got Skylar. I know it's not Nintendo related, but do you think Sony's announcement will be a handheld to compete with the Switch? Actually, before I take more questions, Lee, you want to say anything? Sean's out for a second. How's Captain Toad? Give us a quick review.
It's terrible because there's no saves, but I guess that's very old school.
You don't need checkpoints in Captain Toad. The levels are so small. Come closer.
I prefer Yoshi's Woolly World because it's just nicer to you.
Oh.
It's more forgiving.
Where are you? Are you playing as Toadette or Toad now?
Toad. Playing as Toad.
Oh, you're playing the boss.
I'm playing. Really? This is a boss?
That's a boss. Big dragon in the pit. That's a boss. It's a boss. Did you beat him yet, or is this what you're cursing about in the background?
No, this is like the third time. I died. The stupid thing.
All right. Sean wants attention now. That thing is huge.
That's what she said.
I walked into that one.
Is that an amiibo?
No, that's not an amiibo. That's a Sonic Mania collector.
Pretty
model.
sure it's an amiibo. It's one of those old school amiibos.
Yeah, the old school ones that you have to tap on the entire Nintendo.
TV, you tap it on the entire Wii U.
Yes, that's how it works. That's all. That thing's huge. I had no idea it was that big.
Yeah, it's big, man.
Did you know it was that big?
I did.
Wow.
What does it do?
When he pushes the button, it goes Sega.
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't even do anything.
No, it doesn't do anything. It's
a statue.
It's a big piece of plastic.
What is a statue supposed to do?
Take up space and cause you work to dust.
It's not even like a piggy bank or anything? Oh.
No, it's not a piggy bank. What's that?
That is the Call of the Wild. It's how I call
Lee
the
Swift,
other,
Call of the Wild.
That's how I call the other Lees to unite.
I don't
and
think
we
we
become
have.
a giant Lee. We become like a mega Lee.
Do you guys like
Do they do this?
merge?
Yes, we merge like a pyramid of cheerleaders.
Cool. Okay, well, Sean's back. You can go back to focusing on your boss. I'll bring you
I
back.
see how it.
I'll bring you
is.
back for the
I
outro.
see
You
how
can
it
come back
is.
for the
I
outro.
see how it is.
People love you, by the way, so you're great. Where were we? Sorry. Okay, we've got some questions here. So Skylar was asking, do you think Sony's announcement will be a handheld to compete with the Switch?
I don't understand why everyone thinks Sony has a big announcement. It's probably going to be like Shadow of the Colossus news or some shit. Like,
okay, you stop that. Axiom Verge for Switch. I can't wait. Tier B. If you haven't played it yet, you're in for a real treat. Axiom Verge is a really good game. There's a review of mine on my personal channel. Hey Jay, you should check that out. Tony says introducing the PlayStation Vitanic 2. I don't know, because PlayStation, if they do release a new handheld, then it's clear that they don't know what they're doing. Because I feel that they just went into VR, didn't go so well in my opinion. I don't really have the data handy to back that up. And then they're seeing, oh, the Switch is doing good. Let's go do let's revive the Vita. I don't know. But I definitely do expect Sony to copy the Switch, if not this year, in the near future, because it's showing that there's a market for that. And, you know, maybe that is the future of gaming for everything. So why not? All right, let's see. Other questions, comments, topics. We've got, congratulations, Lee. You beat the dragon. Good job. Good job. Oh, it just says, do you want to see more Nintendo cross third-party company like we saw with Mario and Rabbids? And if so, what's a dream collaboration for you?
say yes. I mean, might as well. Just be protective of the IPs, but you know, if people want to try it and you got other shit that you're working on, you might as well.
Do you have a dream collaboration?
Not really.
Not handy. I agree. I'm all for collabs. They usually work out pretty well. Nintendo IPs tend to be very well respected, and I'm guessing that it's very difficult to obtain the rights to even make a game with any Nintendo characters. So those games usually tend to do very well, and they tend to be very creative and treated with a lot of care. So I'm all up for that. I want to be surprised. I don't have a dream collaboration right now. I'd have to think about it, but I welcome it. Oh my god, you're worse than a kid. Tony asked, what was the best game during the Indie Showcase presentation? We kind of went over that. The biggest surprise was the one where you shoot things off a person for me. And my personal favorite is and my
Morpheus Law or whatever it's called.
Morphe's Law. And my personal favorite is probably SteamWorld Dig 2. Sean?
No More Heroes.
There you go. Skylar says Sony competing with the Switch would be great for third-party development, having two handhelds to develop for. Yes and no. I don't think that the Switch is necessarily a different development environment because it's a handheld. I don't think that there's that much difference once if you're developing an Unreal Engine. I don't think Unreal 4 cares if it's handheld or console. So if the engine doesn't differentiate between handhelds and console, I don't think it makes it that much different for third-party developers. Mr. Gintama says, I really wish we could get an indie game that is like Gravity Rush or plays like it. I agree with you. That's a fantastic game with a very unique mechanic.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be. Have you played Gravity Rush?
Yes, I didn't play it much, but
It's a good game. It's good. I want to try the second one. I haven't tried the second one. I only have the first on PS Vita. Nobody wants Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. Why would they release that on consoles? My answer to that, Visor Grunt, is if it works on consoles and it's easy, just do it. Somebody's going to pick it up. There's going to be a market for it.
I agree.
Like, why not?
I won't be the market for it because I don't.
Yeah, there's a market for it though. Tony saying Sonic Mania is still the #1 Switch game in the top 20 eShop games, as it should be. It's a fantastic game. Mr. Gintama saying I use Lee and then throw her away. On this podcast, that's what I'm doing. She usually sits by me, and we do this when there's a stream to watch, like the Video Game Awards or something. What Pokemon remake do you want on Switch, Sean? Do you play a Pokemon game?
Snap.
It's a really good choice. I would love Pokemon Red, Blue, fully redone, HD visuals, 3D models. Give that to me because I'm a nostalgia. I'm all about the nostalgia. I hope we got Catchem saying I hope Sega gives us a Jet Set Radio Future port. Sure. Catchem says congrats Lee on beating the boss.
Thank you.
Says thank you. Final question from Tony. Do you think Square Enix will be making a Final Fantasy 15 spin-off for the Switch powered by Unreal Engine 4? No, I don't think so.
Probably not.
You know, they spent 10 years developing that game. I think they just want to move on at this point. Donkey Kong versus Capcom. That'd be pretty funny.
I still want my Nintendo versus Capcom game. There's my dream game. Fighting game.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Pokemon MMO, of course, that'd be awesome. Unforgiven saying, have you seen that game Journalist Who Couldn't Play That Cuphead Tutorial Level? I have not. Oh, have you seen that game Journalist Who Couldn't Play That Cuphead Tutorial? I have not. Which website? Cuphead's hard though. I'll give them that. Cuphead's hard. Looking forward to that.
Can't be that hard.
Like it's not like ridiculous. It's just a difficult 2D platformer. That's all. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank you all for coming out. That was a great show. Great questions. We are 10 minutes past the hour. Lee, you want to join us for the outro? Are you busy?
Yeah.
All right. I know you can't hear what Sean's saying, but I want to thank you everyone for joining us. Lee, if you want to thank people.
Thank you for your emotional support as I face Toad and his travels.
Wonderful. Sean, what are you up to this week? Anything you want to share with the group?
So the Monster Hunter Stories review will be up on the 8th. I'll be in New Jersey at a video game con this upcoming weekend. So if you're in the New Jersey or tri-state area, you should probably come out to that. Should be a good time. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. As for me, I've got the new Atui game, Chicken Wiggle, for 3DS, which I'm supposed to review. I've played the game. I just need to review it. I need to write the review. It's probably also going to be a video review here on the Nintendo Enthusiast channel. As for Lee, if you follow Lee, if you care about Lee, she's coming up with a new... you came up with a new show, didn't you?
Yeah, it's about an introvert who has depression and she talks to herself.
What's the name?
A Little Unlikely.
It's funny because her name is Lee, unlikely. A little unlike Lee. So you can find her at her channel, Lee Swift. Is that correct?
Yes.
Li space SWIFF. And as for me, I've got my camera back, guys, so I can make content again. And I think we're gonna make some content tonight. I think we're gonna do a video. So on Hey Jay and on Lee Swift, we're gonna have a new video. Why are you laughing?
I got my camera back. I think we're gonna make some content tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, seriously, it was.
Now.
Oh shit! Didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It was on loan for like 3 months, so I got it back. All right. Until next week, guys. Actually, no, we're not going to be here next week because Sean is away at his on his Sean Long RGT85 tour. I might do a stream for you guys just to give you a place to hang out. Maybe Lee will be here. I don't know. But we're going to be back next Sunday, not with Class vs. Crass, but something else. Until then, keep it classy, as Sean would say.
Keep it crassy.
Or as this one would say.
Keep it sassy.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to sing us away? Nobody can see you. They can only hear you. God. Okay, Sean, you want to sing us off?
Oh, I can sing the porn.
Give us a rap. Give us a rap. You're a rapper.
No, I can sing the porn song.
Yeah, do it. Look at this place. Isn't it neat?
That's not.
Wouldn't you say my porn collection's complete?
Jesus.
Wouldn't you say
We're gonna complete
I'm
it tonight.
The girl who has so much porn. Look at this shelf, fetishes untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Cavern is synonymous for the other word
Oh my God.
the body.
Keep going.
What? Look at the shelf, fetishes untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? AKA dildos. I've got 20, but who cares?
Okay.
No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the YouTubers are. I want to see them filming, walking around with those, what you call them? Oh, selfie sticks. Sitting in a porn store, you don't get too far.
I have to pee.
Equipment's required for filming, editing, watching a video, and what's the word again? React. Up where they share, up where they stream, up where
I'm
they
leaving.
stay
I have
all
to
day
pee.
on the screen, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
Okay, we're done.